Samurai Warriors has a rough history of mid to bad games, barely anything good in comparison to Dynasty, which in of itself has many hardships, but not as often as Samurai. Today, we're looking at what is essentially a reboot for Samurai Warriors, removing many characters, modes, features, and battles. But is this really for the better? What does Samurai Warriors 5 bring to excuse the removal of so much stuff built over 16 years? Well, let's jump into the review and find out. To start, the story was gutted to only focus on Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi. So the story ends after the betrayal at Honnō-ji. Majority of characters are just side characters, akin to Dynasty Warriors 6. This means you'll only play as them if you choose to in Citadel mode. There's only a few chapters and battles, making the game incredibly short. Even the DLC doesn't expand things like one would hope for. Heck, they never even made an Extreme Legends expansion to bring back more characters and add more to the story. They never even did a Empires expansion either for this game. So you spend about 2 to 3 hours of playing as Mitsuhide and Oda, with a few where you get to play some of the others, but mostly only the 2 poster boys. Then the game is over. There's no reward for beating the game either. So what else can you do besides play story mode? Well, you got Citadel mode for one, which replaced survival from previous games. To which I'm glad, because this is actually way better.
よもやこれほどとは。諦めるのか？諦めると思うか？そうだ。お前もうつけだったな。やるか？あ？
In this mode, you have to defend gates from hordes of enemies. Waves upon waves of enemies, more stronger than the last, will storm your defenses. You team up with another officer of your choice, alongside who you choose. Depending on which officer you select, you may notice a bar above them. This is their bond meter. Max it out and earn more cutscenes with them interacting with each other. The AI does a good job at holding down the fort. While you play as the other character, you can switch on the fly and command them, and even use up to 3 types of troops to aid you in battle. They can range from archers to cavalry to even monks and ninjas. Each level varies in rewards, difficulty, and layouts. So you may only have 1 point to defend, or several. You may have them near each other, or on the other side of the map. This means you may need to split your forces and try to balance things out to stand a chance to win. Decide where you want those troops, because you can only have one of each spawned at once. So if you've already spawned the archers, you can't have more. They just get replaced with a new batch if you spawn them again. This means one gate/officer will have less defenses. There's also objectives that pop up during the waves, from protecting officers to peasants and traders, and slaying certain enemies within a time limit with certain attacks. Earn bonuses for completing these, and increasing your overall rank for the battle to get the best rewards. This mode is loads of fun, and if they bring it back, they just need to add more stuff to it. I sunk way more hours into this mode than story mode. The combat is the most fluid to date. Even Dynasty can't compete. With hyper attacks, dash attacks, and weapon switching, this of course means most are clones of each other, akin to Dynasty Warriors 6. This sucks for most, as many lost their iconic weapons. Even Nobunaga doesn't get his demon sword and Musou attack. But it's not the end of the world. You can swap out weapons and play with things how you want. You got many abilities and items to use in battle too. Earn skill points and unlock new abilities, more item slots, and increase stats. You can easily grind in Citadel mode, so if you need help in story mode, just play an hour of Citadel and you'll be maxing yourself out in no time. Objectives are still a thing, and some you won't get unless you go to a certain spot in the battle at certain times with certain characters. This adds replay value to ace every battle and earn more bonuses like gems, horses, weapons, gold, and materials, to upgrade buildings, to get better stuff, and to train your horses and officers even higher. To upgrade buildings, you need materials, earned in gameplay, mostly in Citadel mode. You can also buy them if you got the money saved up, but that is incredibly expensive. Upgrade the dojo, stable, shop, and blacksmith. Complete sections of Musou mode to get the next rank to unlock these upgrades. This in turn automatically upgrades your castle, so you can upgrade the other buildings and access more stuff such as weapon crafting and more troop types for Citadel mode.
これは誓いの証だ。男と男のな。生きろよ、光秀。信長殿、どうか助けて。なあ、またな。
There are a smaller cast of characters now. In fact, most of the ones from even Samurai Warriors 1 were scrapped. You got a few newcomers, but they're so generic looking and barely play a large role in the story, you won't even notice them. The only characters that return basically are Nobunaga, Mitsuhide, Ieyasu, Hanbai, No, and Hideyoshi.
Stupid monkey.
Like I said earlier, most are not playable in story mode, at least till you complete the battles. You unlock free mode within Musou mode. By completing battles, then you can now play them again with more freedom. I honestly stick to the usual officers of old, as I'm not fond of the newcomers. Let alone, I can't tell if these are older characters that are just looking like the most generic of newcomers.
He ain't lying.
The other things worth talking about are the art direction and music. Holy cow, this game is beautiful. If only they did this sooner. This game still looks good after being 2 years old. The level design is so detailed and lively. Urban areas feel so lived in and feature small details. The cherry blossoms are lovely. The character redesigns are also great. Though the one jarring thing is, only Nobunaga and Mitsuhide age up to their older selves later on in the story. This does suck, but it's not a deal breaker. Next up is the music. Like usual, it's techno and traditional, a gorgeous blend of two different genres that meld together for emotional and action-packed moments, which brings me to the improved storytelling. I should have mentioned this earlier, but man, does this game just have the best storytelling for a Samurai Warriors game. It's up there with Dynasty Warriors 7, but falls a bit flat with many visual novel scenes, straight out of Samurai Warriors 4 and 4 too. But still, the cutscenes are great, with better character development and depth.
Mitsuhide.
うつけがもう一人。
At the end of the day, I'm finally happy to have played a good base Samurai Warriors game since the second one. I honestly wish they didn't abandon this game. It needed some more content and expansions. Then it would have been a rival towards Dynasty Warriors 7 and its Extreme Legends and Empires expansions. But still, for what it is, Samurai Warriors 5 is a borderline great game, worth your time, as I recommend it. Get it on sale if you're unsure, and also check the demo. They even have a demo for the PC version I'm playing and reviewing. Like, damn, not often you get a demo anymore, especially a PC one from a Japanese developer. Anyways, that's it. See you next time.